Welcome to the Mountain Dude Podcast, brought to you by Initial Ascent, where we share stories of grit, determination, and the relentless pursuit of growth. This is a space where backcountry hunting meets the deeper lessons of life. Success born from struggle and the art of carrying heavy loads more comfortably, both physically and metaphorically, through faith and perseverance. Join us as we explore the paths that shape us, celebrate victories big and small, and fuel our journey with hope and tenacity. This is the Mountain Dude Podcast, where we climb higher together.
It's on now.
It feels good to be back at the table. It's been a while.
It does. It's been a bit. We're right in the middle of, almost the end of September. Can you believe that?
It's nuts. It's gone fast.
October's next week.
That's crazy to think about. Yeah, you're right. It is.
And I've only been archery in 2 days.
Wednesday.
Only 2 days.
Yeah, for elk. Man.
How were those 2 days?
Quiet.
Yeah.
Had one coming, but when that storm, remember that big front we had?
Mm-hmm.
It screwed me up.
Was that this last weekend?
2 weeks. No, shoot. 2 weeks ago. I was gone.
Okay, the one.
So it was the week before. I guess it was on a Wednesday, I think. Remember that one it did here?
Yep. Oh, man.
Sure, coming up to the top of the pine, you could hear it. Just that wind picked up. I mean, I'm off the north side a ways down.
Yeah.
I had a bull. He was going to come in quiet, I think, at the end.
Yeah.
So I had him pretty interested and just sit back like, all right, had everything ready to rock and roll and hear that old wind. Pretty soon it hits my back. And you know what happens then?
That's the worst.
Game's over.
Yeah.
Well, and that wind picks up like it does, and you can't hear a bugle if it's 50 yards from you.
Correct. Yep.
It's terrible.
And your bugles don't travel nothing. No. Yeah, it's...
Yeah. But just the fact when once they smell you, they're done. It's over with.
There's no
and like I said, it was like 1 o'clock. Sometimes they'll come in fired up at 1.
Those are my midday madness. That's my favorite. Even
I couldn't get him really mad.
Yeah.
But he was coming.
Yeah.
And I was clearing shooting lanes, making noise, busting branches off pines and everything. I mean, it was a good setup because there's a cover. There were spots he could have come in where I wouldn't have, couldn't have shot him.
Yeah.
So. And he was going to come in quiet. I know, like I said, I was done playing. Every time he asked me back, he was closer. He's coming. He's going to come check it out.
Yep.
And that wind. And it would have never done it a normal day.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it's perfect. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm up 3/4 way up ahead of a drainage, 3/4 off just perfect.
Yeah.
And
one of those scenarios.
We had a deal on Saturday. I think it was Saturday. And ended up being 4 bulls in front of us at 100 yards and couldn't see one of them. And, we would hear bulls chiming off, reacting to them. Basically, because they were just going nuts.
Yeah.
And I had a shooting lane over here, but 2 hours worth of this stuff. And
torture, essentially. Yes.
And my dogs are barking. I'm in a certain position, I don't want to move or anything like that. And
just
I just
fired up.
Any time that herd bull or even one of those satellite bulls is going to come down, this little path that was beside me, and I had this shooting lane right out there, 35 yards. I mean, it was going to go directly to Justin, my caller.
Okay.
There. 2 hours. And finally that wind switched on us. And you know what? They were so fired up that they didn't just bark and blow out of there. They bugled their whole way out, just walking.
We had a similar scenario this last week, and I did see him, but at like 120. And he bugled the whole way. Wind switched, and he just started bugling the whole way out. And that's the worst, too. Once they get fired up, too, and he wants to talk, but he's not going to stop.
Well, in hindsight, because they were getting so fired up, you could feel it.
Yeah.
They were just getting fired up, and you could hear it.
Yep.
Man, things were changing.
Yep.
And somebody's going to break off and come find these cows.
Yeah.
They didn't have any cows with them.
Okay. So you timed it perfect. You've got bulls trying to round up herds and establish dominance.
But hindsight's 2020.
Yep.
When they started firing up and started kind of running each other around,
you could have got in on them.
We should have got in on them.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking they're coming at any time. They can't resist this sweetness back here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he was whispering.
Justin's getting sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it didn't work out. But that was elk hunting. Right?
The balance of that too, like when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive. That's like,
Yeah, because the evening before, I had a bull that was just right over the ridge, and I was getting to him. I was trying to cover ground because it ended up the way the wind was. Justin was kind of over to my left, and I had come too far around to get to this bull.
Okay.
And so if the bull was coming on a straight line, which he was, gonna come over that hill and go in straight line to Justin, I was out of range.
No, okay.
So I was trying to close that distance.
Yep.
But I got too aggressive.
Bumped
The
him.
next thing I know, he just popped over. He saw me.
that's the worst.
There you go. And this was a good bull.
Yeah.
But sometimes the guy's too timid. I think, elk
The
make
balance
noise.
is so tough.
That's the thing. They're noisy. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So you can,
I totally
you
agree.
learn not to be scared
Yep.
because you can really
make
screw
noise.
yourself up if you're just being too timid and not trying to, when you can see what's going on at least.
Yeah.
And
Oh, for sure.
by yourself, it's harder for sure because they're always trying to circle and wind you. So at least if you got somebody calling, you can stay, you know what I mean? Kind of adjust or whatever. Not,
Oh yeah, noise definitely doesn't bother those
Right.
riders in those scenarios. Like even the unusual noises of pant legs rubbing and stuff, I don't think that bothers elk this time of
They
year hardly at
don't
all.
hear noise.
Oh, absolutely.
something's up.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was bombing off on a stock. I had a bedded bull in some timber, and I bombed off this north face, and it's steep and nasty, and I broke everything under the sun head down there. And of course, I was on a mission and focused on something or on where that bull was and trying to get peeks up into that timber because his cows had fed out, and I wanted to try to cut him off if he was going to come out. And and then all of a sudden I look up, and at like 45 yards, there's a bull just staring at me because I've been running off the mountain. He's thinking more elk are coming
Right.
down here. And I'm like, and he was a decent satellite, and he busts out. I'm like, yeah, of course. Always.
Nope.
Well,
Numbers game, right?
it is a numbers game. Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, Jim Naccarato of Iron Mountain Skull Hangers, welcome to the Mountain Dude Podcast.
Thank you.
We start every show with a prayer, so let's go to the Lord in prayer. Father, we're so gracious for this opportunity to gather here as friends, Lord. We ask you to just be with us, just guide us, continue to show us the way. Lord, we love you. We ask that you may just be with everybody out there listening. People that are hunting, may you just keep them safe. May you just touch their families while they're gone, Lord, and just that family in Colorado, may you just be with their families, Lord. Just give them some extra comfort and love. And Lord, we love you. We ask you just continue to be with everybody that's out there. Keep them safe. We give you all the glory. We say these things humbly in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Anyway,
Well, let's break the ice. I want
let's do it.
Give me your favorite. We've been talking about elk hunting. Give me your favorite elk hunting story.
This guy's got a lot.
I don't
I
even
bet
know.
he does.
My favorite one is probably my Wyoming one because my best buddy and his kid were with me, which I've known, for forever. And
Yeah.
we pulled the bull off a cow right at daylight, his whole herd. We'd been chasing these things, and it was for 2 weeks we actually got to hunt.
Okay.
And being particular.
Yep.
So anyhow, we'd go after the hottest bull in the morning, basically that was talking on his own, didn't have to, and tried to just get in on him quiet, right? And when we finally get eyes on him, because we're hiking in the dark, he's got cows and he's leaving already. He's hidden timber. It's like, dang it. Well, Travis was sweet calling, and he pulled that bull off these cows.
No
And he
kidding.
come running. And he's got to go through this draw. We got one pine tree right behind us. So me and this kid are sitting right here. And this bull comes up. I almost didn't get drawn on him quick enough. He comes up, no kidding, because I'm waiting. Normally, you wait till you start seeing
Yep.
antlers, right?
Yep.
And then draw, because you know how long you're going to hold. He's going to run
Right.
up there, stop and look. And I just got drawn, and he runs out there and stops, and he's looking. He's broadside at 45, and I double lung him, and he bails off. And before we were going to get eyes on him in that draw, and before we could even look in there, he did this death moaning.
No kidding.
Just that quick. And it was so
Yeah.
cool because everybody would, you know what I mean? Just
Yep.
everybody's there.
Yep.
And
Those are the
could
most
see
special
everything.
ones. Yeah.
It was cool. So
That is cool.
That was,
Boy.
no, at the time?
Yeah.
Early 20s.
Oh, that is so cool.
Probably look for him. Yeah, but he's been, well, you've heard me talk about him. He's been hiking with us, and going. His dad's the toughest dude there is, and his kid's just as tough. And
that's incredible.
So he's been, since he's 10, 12 years old hiking with us, So, but it was cool. So that was definitely my best experience, I think.
That's so special. I love those experiences where there's a lot of people with you too, because you get to share it.
Because a lot of times you know what I mean. You can't see what's going on,
right?
And it just happened to be right there. Like it was. I mean, it was like right there. I mean, we'll run out, and it was in a wide open little spot in that little meadow. It couldn't have been perfect. And the fact. My thing is they're easy bulls to make a good, clean shot on them. If you double lung them, they die better than shooting them with a rifle.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're dead so fast. It's so clean, and that's what I strive for. It's like I will not take a bad shot on a bull.
Yeah. Because they're so tough if you do.
They're easy to hit, but they're hard to kill. And that's my motto on that. It's like you'll learn if you make a bad shot once and have to track a bull for that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like the highest of highs, and it just goes the lowest of lows, man. It's like
that's archery on it.
You bet. And
it truly is.
I experienced that last fall.
Basically you learn real, you know what I mean? Don't make a marginal shot.
Right.
So
it's just not worth it.
So luckily my last two have been just dead on. They're just so quick, and that's what I'm looking for. I won't, So, that was cool.
What's your arrow setup look like?
Right now I'm shooting severs.
Okay. Yeah.
So nothing crazy. I'm not a really totally hardcore bow nut.
Yeah.
I was rifle nut. I'm more into the rifle deal, but I mean, I'm a hunter.
Right.
I like
if the season's open, you're chasing it, whether it's with a bow or a rifle or.
And if you go to his shop and see all the bone that's hanging up,
I heard I need to do that.
It is it's believable, and there's stories.
I'm old, man. I got a lot of stuff.
There's stories behind every one of those animals. Yeah. You can ask Jim, hey, what's up with that buck? And it may have cobwebs on it, and it's been there for 30 years, but that dude can recall just like it.
That's so cool.
We've talked about that. I forget so much, but it's so weird that you can remember. I can remember the first buck I shot.
That's
at
what
9
you
years
love,
I was
right?
9.
Wow.
Okay.
And now that was a long time ago.
With a 25-35. Peep sight 20 Model 55 Winchester. I swear to God,
What year was this? You were 9.
Let's age you.
Yeah.
You want to age it?
Yeah.
72.
72.
That was 1972. Let's do the math.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. I'm 62.
That's incredible.
Dude, you are in for 62 years.
Yeah,
old.
look at this
Look
guy.
At the shape this dude's in. Okay, we got to ask him.
Absolutely. We got to talk. So I do want to talk about that.
Oh, God.
What do you do fitness-wise? Like, what's your training regimen look like? What's your diet look like? Because obviously you put a lot of effort into that.
I'm not even in that good a shape right now. I feel bad been on vacation for a week. But no, the deal is, to hunt the way a guy seriously wants to hunt, it's a year-round deal.
Oh,
and it has been forever.
Yes.
I used to be more into I like lifting. But that one, I mean, it doesn't do you any good being 220, but you learn that. You can get away with it when you're young. You're pretty tough, but
yeah.
Basically, I do cardio minimum every other day. I try to break a sweat every day.
Okay. What's your cardio
he's seen it. I've got berms I mow.
Yeah.
On my yard, you got to mow by hand. I've got, dang near, it's like 60 pounds on me just doing that to get the side hill, because my weak link are my feet, keeping my feet conditioned.
Okay.
You can do, I've got a Versa climber, I've got a stair stepper, I got all the stuff. I got stairs I rip them down with a weighted pack, dumbbell, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And dude, you have to go hike.
Oh yeah, your feet.
By the end of the Elks, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's so hard to get your,
you have to condition your feet different.
That was my weak point.
Yeah.
It always is.
Just got back from.
Yeah.
It was the same thing.
Your feet just burn up.
Ankles. I've never had ankle problems.
Yeah.
But, man, I swear, I've got the weakest ankles now.
Yeah.
And there's no way to train that, but doing stuff like you're talking.
Well, that's the thing now, because I snapped my fib last year buck hunting. I had to walk out.
Okay, yes,
so
I heard
I've got
about
a plate
this.
and 7 screws in my dang leg, and I'm actually,
Holy smokes.
I actually went on two good, like archery, and I went on 2 really hard hikes. And I'm wearing what the heck are those Bricks Doll Crispies or whatever?
Yep.
Well, that's what I broke it in. Thank God I had those on.
Yeah,
Because normally I'm going lighter, less
That's
support.
a pretty stiff.
I can't
heavy
even
duty.
hike in those other boots anymore. It's just my ankles screwed
No
up.
kidding. Yeah.
But yeah, again, it's just only,
you broke it on a hunt?
I snapped it.
Holy smokes. Tell me that story.
Just going to get a buck right at dark, I'd shot and going across the rock slide, and it started sliding. Yeah. I had taken a big stride and my boot hung up, and I sighted and slapped that sucker.
Oh,
he's seen
it. Holy smokes.
No, my buddy was with me.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah,
how'd you go about getting that buck out with your leg?
Well,
your buddy? Or you just toughed it out?
No, I just toughed it out.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was broke. Honestly, it's still stupid, but I've always said, it's like if you ain't got a bone sticking out of you or bleeding to death, that's how I was raised. I was ranch raised, rodeo raised. Like, I don't know if you.
I've heard that. I've heard some PBR bulls running your bloodline.
Yeah.
Okay.
We started that way back too, but no, honestly, I didn't know. I should have known. I hadn't broken anything for a while, so I forgot what it felt like. But you get that numbness that goes through. I knew it was screwed up.
Yeah.
But heck, I always pack those trekking poles, because it's so much better on packing out and stuff. Absolutely. Or even when your rifle goes on your back.
Yep.
Get to the pole. So dude, it's like that's
such a great tip too, to have them in your pack all the time, because when you get something down, I used to never pack them around with me just because I'm like, second trip,
right?
It's so worth it on the first trip.
So we didn't start that. Here's the deal. So way back in the day, if you I didn't go to Alaska, but I always wanted to go on a dull sheep hunt, so I was always looking at. We'd actually tried to draw tags a few times. If you show up in Alaska and you don't have those, I'm talking back in the early 2000s, whenever, your guide's going to hand you a set.
Yeah. I mean,
they use them. There's a reason they use them.
Another set of legs, essentially.
So my buddy drew that sheep tag in 2011, and we packed in 18 months. That's when I started using them. They're weird. They're awkward. They're a pain until you get used to them.
Mm-hmm.
But from 2011 on, I've used them. And we all use them now. And it saves you. And it really is coming off with a heavy load.
Oh,
and climbing too.
Brutal, yeah.
But especially going down. I don't have the best knees in the world, and it saves you and makes it a lot easier. So
yeah.
But no, I do. It's back to the cardio. I mean, that's what I just do a lot of, just a ton of cardio.
You throw the weight on your back, and
I've got just an IA pack frame with just a meat hauler on it in the top bag, and I've got a bag of cement on that.
Okay.
That I use around the house, and then just go hiking.
Anything outside at your house?
Pretty much. The neighbors think I'm nuts, but.
Yeah, and then they come look in the garage and see all that antler.
Right. But it is what it is, right?
Okay, so you got a way to pack.
I've got a wheelbarrow that I throw a bunch of sandbags in. I'll take that sucker. How far am I driving down to the street? Flip a U. We go around the shop, back out. You know what I mean? And it's split wood. Just work. Just work.
Functional fitness at its finest.
And I'd rather work doing that kind of stuff, cutting wood, anything. You know what I mean? That's
It's just doing something.
The equipment just gets you ready. All the car, the wintertime gym junk, whatever. I mean, that just keeps you.
It's entertainment in all reality.
When you get my age, you just try. You can't even hold. You're just trying to hold your own.
Right.
You slow down. I mean, I'm hard-headed. If you got a strong mind, you can go. I'm just slow. You know what I mean? You can just grind, but just to try to hold your own.
Yeah.
And that's, and just get you ready. Because every time you think, I step my cardio up every dang year. And the first hike, you're all gung-ho. Oh, God, it's like you're ready to die. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Me and my buddy always joke, my buddy's like, how'd it feel? I go, terribly. He goes, it was gung-ho, but
that's true.
You're not, it's humbling.
Yeah. That's when you make a decision, when you know that it sucks. That's when you make that decision. Okay, I'm going to come back and do this tomorrow.
Right.
When you're younger, you get away with everything. Yeah. Trust me, you get old, you feel it. Yep. You just feel it. But the biggest thing is training has to suck. You have to learn as like my kids laugh at me, it's like embrace the suck, man. You do. You have to, and that's easier than any hike or pack out you'll do. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And absolutely. That's when that's when the mental game takes over. I think the mental game, and tell me if I'm wrong, but when you get older, the mental game is what saves you.
No doubt.
It's just what's between your ears.
Your body will take whatever your mind can give it. If you're in shape,
absolutely,
just keep doing it. You'll die later. You'll make it.
That's right.
And when you get to the truck or the camp, it's like, and after a while, it's like, holy cow. I mean, you're wiped out.
Yeah.
But you know what? You get to that point, the suck stays the same. As long as you're hydrating, you're good. You can go for, miles and hours.
Truth.
You're fine. Nailed it. Your body just goes to that spot and you're good to go. It's used to this. Yeah. You can hurt later. It's just weird, but you understand that. Yeah. And I love packing out. It's between your ears. The very first one, when it's heavy, it's, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, that's, you got to do it. Yep. So I'm like a cheerleader. Like, we got 2 or 3 guys packing it, packing a bull out. 3 guys, you got a pretty good, at 1 o'clock in the morning, done that plenty of times. It's the best time to pack.
Yeah.
Especially
absolutely.
Early. Archery hunt, it's cool.
Yep.
Hey.
Feels the best on you, and it's the best for your meat.
It's best for everything. You know what I mean? And it's, where else you get, what you're doing this for. Yeah.
Man, I love that quote.
You know what I mean?
The suck stays the same.
It does, though, doesn't it? It does. It gets to that. I mean,
you're exactly right.
That's a.
You just keep grinding. You know what I mean? You got to get used to that weight at first, and then you're good to go. Yeah. That's what I told Dent. So I use that. My kid's kid is 30 years old. He's the same age as my oldest.
Okay.
He killed the bull down the hole, and that's when I've just been using that pack frame. That's all I use. Roll in there, and it's super steep to get up out to the main ridge, and it was a 4.5 hour pack out. Yeah, I never want. It's just like once you got to get used to that weight and get your. At first it's just a little.
Absolutely,
and then you're good to go.
Yeah,
yeah.
And with them packs, dude.
Yeah,
you're not doing this every leaning over, nothing. I never sit down.
Just one step at a time. Just cruising.
Unreal. It's unreal. But yeah, but I know, you know what I mean? It's and you find out there's guys that hate it.
Right.
Why hate it? You got to do it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the reward in all sense. Like once you take that thing off at the tailgate, there is not many better feelings.
And the first elk my kid packed, we killed the guy to cow elk tag, and we split that sucker. And I told him, hey, we're going to roll this thing out of this drainage, and then decide if you want to take some off or not. So we get around, you can see the truck, way down there, because we're on a south-facing thing later hunt. And that truck's about that big. What do you want to do? He's like, yeah, I ain't like, let's just go.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right. At the time, I think he was 16 or 17, doing jiu-jitsu and stuff. He's in shape, but I wasn't going to cheerlead him. Like, you got this, I'll see you at the truck.
Yeah.
And went to the, and he still remembers that.
I bet he
dropped that pack on. You're like floating along. Like last year, we were just talking about that at his wedding.
Yeah.
He's like, that was so cool. It's like, yeah, I knew you could do it.
Yeah.
But, it's that first one. And after you get that first one out, it's just, I don't know.
When your body will do so much more, you already touched on it.
Our body's crazy.
All of our bodies are so impressive, especially when you're training year round with weight on. Like when you get out there, like it's a mental piece when you want to back out.
Yeah.
It really mouse biker too.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Well, mountain biking, man, you want to talk about blow lungs out?
I bet.
That's good. My kid raced for 2 years, so the whole Pacific Northwest, and you had to climb. Says you climb the mountain. So basically, a lot of it's Forest Service stuff.
Okay,
dude, and you're just spinning. Some of that, it's like a 2-hour climb. Where you want to talk about getting in shape though?
Oh, I bet
the stuff I could do now it was amazing. And now it's like I go ride my bike. Like you've heard of the Around the Mountain up at Bogus? We used to go do that. Just the morning train, run up there, do that. It's like, dude, I probably couldn't even do it right now, And man, it's that hard.
It sounds brutal. I've been on a mountain bike one time, and I've done jiu-jitsu and CrossFit and lots of pack outs. The worst I've ever felt was on a mountain. The one time I've been on a mountain.
It's amazing. You got to learn to spin. You got that, when it's the whole thing. Because like when I first riding, it's like, I think we're getting off track here, but like trying to follow
this is great.
My buddy that rode, that's all he's done.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I'm running into him. Yep. I'm packing the taller gear and I'm just back there. What the heck's this guy doing, Dude, pretty soon, can't even see,
Yeah.
Just spinning and gone.
No kidding.
I know guys that like Bogus, you started Camel's Back and climb the Boise Front.
Yep.
And climb all the way up. We used to do that they invited me to start going when I got into that. And I'm doing, my kid's like, heck with this, right? I'm doing it for shape because it's awesome shape, right? Yeah. He's like, the climb ain't worth the descent. And it's not. If you ain't into punishing yourself, right? But it's like, these guys are, dude, just go. It's so impressive.
How often do you do that now?
I don't have a schedule on that now. That's like whenever, because the bad thing is you got to throw the bike in the truck and go.
It takes time. Yeah, absolutely.
Like my kid just came back from school. He's got a week off. So we may go sneaker riding, but I don't know. I may be sneaking out here and going elk hunting instead, which I got to see. But
this time of year, I get it.
As often as I can, because it's actually fun. I'd rather do that, than any of my, like I said, I got all this stuff at home.
Yeah.
But
so you said you used to like to weightlift. When did you transition? When did you realize that wasn't helping you? Do you remember
20 years ago.
Okay.
You don't need to pack all that extra, It's good for you, though, if the weight-bearing stuff's good. So I couldn't walk for, what was it, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. I was crippled up pretty bad for a while. I was limited. And my kid was home in between waiting to go to dental school, so I actually lifted with him, which I needed, because once I could get up my stairs, because everything's upstairs, I actually, I lifted for probably 3 months.
Okay.
But then I started, your body responds to that. He's giving me grief. He's like, geez, what the, it's weird, dude. It's like, I got to lose some, I'm gaining muscle weight. I don't want this stuff. I go, you got to get out of here so I can, start getting my cardio.
Yeah.
So I used to lift more in the winter. And then transition. I've got my way. I mean, I do the same. I've been doing the same thing every year. Yeah. I'll be 215. I'll be 205 when I start hunting and under 200 by the end of the season.
Yep.
That's my deal every year.
And then you put it back on in the winter because you train heavy, but lift a little heavier.
I've backed off because my joint, it's like more body stuff, push-ups, and a lot of core stuff and stretching.
That is a game changer.
And I got a busted back too, so my back gives me grief. So
mobility is so important.
I do what works for me.
Yeah. Hey, you figured
it's
that out.
Diversified. You can't be a one-trick pony. The more stuff you do, because you use everything hunting and packing, right? So, yeah.
And those are all those muscles that you don't think about until you're in those.
Well, it's no fun.
Right. Yeah.
You don't see the result. You know what I mean? But you see him. That's my deal. I'm not broke. If it ain't fixed or ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
I know it works for me, and that's I get by.
Yeah.
Like I tease these guys. It's like, dude, I might look all right from the outside. You ain't inside this wreck. It's like.
Are you doing anything like diet wise? Or do you just kind of watch it?
I watch it.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of breads, carbs. It's elk and deer meat. I live on meat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot of carbs. I'm assuming not a lot of sugars or processed carbs, but you don't have.
That's what I just try to stay away from the work stuff. You know what I mean? But I mean, I've never been super strict, crazy. No, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's an average day look like for you meal wise? You wake up in the morning.
You really want to know exactly. So here's what I've been doing.
I know you're routined. You have to be routine.
Yes, that's why I asked. I know, I can tell.
2 cups of coffee. You heard of cachava?
Yes.
2 scoops of that.
Okay.
Go work out.
Now that's a supplement, correct?
Yeah.
Like
I don't take vitamins.
Okay. Yes.
I get all my stuff out of that, and that's funny. Yeah, I've been doing that for probably like 3 years, and it just my results. I've actually lowered my cholesterol. My blood work has gotten better the last since I've been doing that.
No kidding.
Go figure that one out.
Wow. Okay. So 2 cups of coffee.
2 cups of coffee, that I'll go work out, which I like to warm up, so I'm back. Like I'll do, at least minimum 30 minutes of cardio. Mm-hmm. Then I'll throw in, it depends what day it is, hip stuff, like I still do squats. I do my stairs. Like say my hardest workout's the Versa Climber. And then I'll grab my dumbbells, like I'll grab, 60-pound, 30-pound dumbbells and do my stairs.
Okay.
And don't stop. And I think because you don't get, there's no machines that get you going downhill.
It's the truth, especially like that.
So I'll do that, which loosens me back up. Then I'll squat. And then I'll do some, whatever, some core stuff,
Yep.
Okay. And then I'll go eat, some eggs and yogurt or something like that,
Okay. Yep.
That's about that. And then,
You do a lunch, or do you skip lunch and go?
I'm not on a set. And I'm not set on a time wise. Like if I get, like sometimes I've got friggin' nuts, mixed nuts, bag of nuts on my damn depending on what I'm doing, if I think I'll be eating that or eat a protein bar, I might be on my lunches.
Right.
And just try to stay hydrated.
Yep.
That's the hardest thing for me. It's like, you got to make yourself stay hydrated.
Yeah.
And then it's like, elk steaks. I do my kick in the summer. I grow jalapenos, so jalapeno bacon wrap poppers, man. Doing that tonight. So,
yum. What time?
Right? Well, I might have plenty. No, because like I said, my kid got in last night, so
cool.
I actually got some elk steaks and some antelope steaks sitting there. And
man, I love that. So your dinners, my wife and I were just talking about this as we made dinner last night, because we went over to my parents' place and picked a bunch of stuff out of the garden and made steaks, and she made a big salad out of the garden. And it's like, this is the dream, man. Eating what I've harvested, elk, deer, whatever it may be, bear, and then what you're growing.
Well, I'm bad. It's like I'm lazy now because the neighbors have tomatoes. They have a huge garden, so they bring me cucumbers, tomatoes, all that. All I've got is jalapenos. But like I cut those suckers. I mean, I eat them. Whatever, dude. I like them.
I love it.
And so yeah, I mean, I'm pretty simple. I can live on that.
Right.
I'm not. I mean,
yeah. So what you're getting at is you're
eating a whiskey here or there.
That's good for the soul, I think. So your diet's just really clean. You're
pretty clean. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love ice cream too, like anybody else or anything like that. So pub night, Friday nights. Hey, man,
burger and beer.
I'll have a few. Yeah,
No, absolutely.
I'll have a pint or two of of Coors and some wood for double oak on the old rocks.
Yeah. That don't sound bad at all.
My checkups are good, so it's like I'm not going to quit any of it.
But it's a balance. Look at what you're doing the rest of the time.
Right. And honestly, it's like exactly. I mean, should I? Probably not. But you know what? I could get hit by a car on the way home and be dead. So I'm not going to.
Hey, when the good Lord pulls your card, it is right. What it
so
is at that point.
It's working for me. It's like so.
Yeah.
So, Jim, you're a welder. And that's kind of how we first met, is your welding talent and what you've done with Iron Mountain skull hangers. Take us back, okay, to how did that all start? Actually, take us back further.
Oh, Lord.
Your family was, you've talked to me about bulls, like bucking bulls.
Yeah, that was later, though. That was always, we had this cow-calf operation to begin with.
Okay, so go all the way back.
Well, you've seen the pictures. You've seen how I was raised.
I have.
Rattlesnakes and...
Where were you raised?
Hollister, California.
Okay.
Where I was born.
Right.
Left there at 29.
Okay.
Just ranch raised, cows, calves, and my grandpa had walnuts and actually had turkeys. Had a decent sized ranch, and you're just ranch raised, and that's where you don't realize, because all the stuff you're learning, right?
Yeah.
Because you just learn a ton of stuff. Like, so when you get into high school, your buddies are screwing around, and now, man, you're hauling. We're really good help now, right? So it's like, I can remember my brother, hauling hay like on a Saturday, and we got the river party that night, and my dad's like, we can get one more. He's driving the truck. That's back when they come up the elevator. And you hand stack everything. So we got, it is where you know what I mean?
Yep.
But you don't realize the shape it's getting. That's the other thing. You're staying in shape.
Yep.
Doing all that ranch stuff. He'd turn us loose to go, check fence, and pick you up at night.
Yep.
We never packed water, never took food.
Right.
You drink out of the creek.
Yep.
And he'd drop you off, and he'll pick you up down, where you're going to end up that night, that sort of thing, not just all, so I think it gives you just a different, you don't know any better for starters. You think it's normal, and it just gives you more grit, and I don't know, man. But
it does.
These were raised like that.
That's the truth.
No, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like you really appreciate it later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
absolutely.
So I started welding as a freshman in high school. And then so I'm doing, like, we build our own. So we had a pretty beat up arena we used to practice in. So we ended up building a new one. So I did like all the welding for that,
as a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, so my junior year, our friends had a welding shop. And so I started, then I got my license, because that was the thing. You worked at my dad, when you had summers off. we had a list of stuff we had to do every day.
I bet.
Because my dad was still working in town. He was a carpenter. So we had a list of stuff to get done. We ain't screwing around.
Right.
So it was kind of cool when I could start driving and go get a job.
Yeah.
So like I said, that's where it really picked up, the fabbing, and it just never stopped from there.
You worked for that welding shop?
I worked for that welding shop through high school.
Started fabricating there.
Yep. And, then I was going to college. I went to college for a couple of years. Well, I had a rodeo scholarship, an FFA scholarship. Neither one of us, my buddy, we didn't want to go right into college out of school. We wanted to screw around. We had to use them. So I went to JC for their 2 years. So I was working at that welding shop on my days off and that sort of, my days off of school and stuff. Yep. And then there's a really big fab shop in town where everybody, that was one of the best jobs in town.
Okay.
And one of the foremen used to stop by because the old welding shop, they did all the stuff for ranchers. Back then, building the fifth wheel stock trailers and all that stuff.
Yep.
Used to build them.
I mean, back in the day when you could,
I watched all that evolve.
That's so cool.
And these guys are super handy. Long story short, everybody used to stop there and drink a few beers and BS after work.
Uh-huh.
So the one guy was a foreman at that welding shop. And when you need to come work for us, kid? When you come work for us? He kept saying that. And, this went on for like a year. So Bob, which is owned the shop, one of the partners, he's like a father to me, right? I mean, he taught me how to stair wrestle, all that stuff. I mean, he's taught for, Johnny Jones, John Sr. from Southern, anyways, they were all buddies with those guys. I mean, he's like a father to me. And he's like, hey, you need to go. That's a hell of an opportunity. So that's how that started. So I worked there for I think 9.5 years. And then Alcoa bought us out. We used to do can conveying equipment also. So they bought us out. So then they were given 1-year contracts to go back east and work for them to train their guys. And then you knew what was going to happen, right? Yeah. So I'm like, heck with that. I was doing stuff on the side already. So I started my own shop then. So that was like 87, I think.
Okay.
But we could be here for days if I tell you my whole life story.
Was that still in California?
No, I was in Hollister.
Oh, that was in Hollister. So, when you moved up here? When did you move up here?
Well, I started coming here in 83.
Okay.
I moved here in 05. So I've been here like 20 years.
Okay.
All my buddies are in Southeast Idaho.
Okay. So talk to me about the startup of Iron Mountain Skull Hangers.
Well, so I've always built what I've needed. You can't buy something, you just build it. Right. So
that's how you were raised.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, and it's crazy because there's a couple of things, we won't get into that. There's a couple of things Dennis knows that I've actually built that people are, back in the day, that people actually sell, been selling for years now. And it's like, gosh, dang it. You don't.
Yeah. But
so that buck right there, the logo buck, 2013, I killed this deer. It's like, I'm going to build I'm going to build my own hanger, right?
Yeah.
So we always build stuff out of horseshoes because you have used horseshoes laying around.
Yeah,
so that's all so that's what I did. Pretty soon my buddies see them, build them for your buddies. Pretty soon the taxidermists want them. So then some taxidermist buddies of mine had me call Research Mannequins. Mark McLean that runs that. It's like, you need to, so I talked to Mark and like, hey, so-and-so said you might be interested in these. He's like, yeah. He goes, send me some. So I sent him some. Dude, like 2 days later, he's calling me. He's like, hey, man. He goes, we want to put them in research. I'm like, cool. We got a handshake deal since that was, I think, 2015 or 16.
Okay.
And then basically, I mean, if as hard as you wanted to push them, which I didn't, everybody, they're cool. Oh, people like,
they're incredible.
A lot of people, some people don't like horseshoes, but the deal is, I overkill the ring I built. They're so stout. I mean,
they're so stout.
I had buddies way back when. It's like, dude, you ought to hang an elk carcass off your elk hangers because you could. No, I guarantee you, if you like that sucker to a post, you could hang them up. You know what I mean?
Crazy. Yeah.
Okay, but they're not fun to ship. They don't break down. They don't flatten out and go in boxes.
Very true.
They're a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I bet they are.
So
there's probably a lot of the logistical things that you've had to navigate that way.
Yeah. And my thing is, I don't want to, it's just me. My kids help me through stuff. But as far as, I was not social media guy. that's why we're using Initial Ascent, their store. I don't even want to learn how to do that's not my gig. Just leave me alone.
You're just going to build a bulletproof product.
I don't want to. Dude, that ain't my deal. This isn't my deal.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, we had to twist.
I just want.
It was worth it.
I just want to be in the. I'll go out there and BS you guys. I'm all good. I just, I don't know, man.
Okay.
It's
so in our shop, we've got basically every hanger that you offer. But I say that because you can do anything.
Well, all them tables, you've seen everything in there I built.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I built everything in there. All the racks, the tables, everything in there I built.
No kidding.
Pack racks, big tables that are not ever going to move.
I tried to talk Dennis out of that big 5x10 one, by the way.
I wish you would have.
Dude, it's like that sucker's going to be, no, because I've got a 5x10 welding tip, big old heavy sucker, right? This guy's like, so it's nice.
And sometime soon, within the next, I'll just say within the next 12 months, we're going to be moving to a different location. We've outgrown this one. We're going to have to move that stuff.
Oh, man. No, I think I'll be sick that day.
You're the youngest, bud. You're going to help.
You do the state hangers. Where if you
those are cool too.
Full, in a certain state and you want to commemorate it. Man, I've got some hanging on my wall at the house that I'll never forget. And every time, I don't have the memory that Jim does. But
promise you, dude.
It's getting better because I'm getting older, right?
That's right.
But I
more
see
coffee
the state behind the buck, and I'm like, I was so in this part of the state. You can actually even look at the state portion of the hanger and see where you killed it.
Yeah, that's
what I like to do.
That is cool.
And see, now to that point, if I was younger, I'd have my own. I'd be doing all that myself, where I could customize this stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's some guys doing it now, and they're cool. Okay, for sure. I think I'm not doing that, but there's enough room for everybody. But you're right, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And and I like my moose hangers. I've got. I don't know if you've seen them.
Mm-hmm. That's
so like the latest one. So Brady Miller got the first one of those. His moose is hanging on it down there.
I don't know if I saw these.
I've got the slick and it's dirty stout.
I bet it is
super easy. Well, you can go on my Instagram and look at all the pictures. I do have that, and I have a section in there like a lot because I do. I mean, I've got the hot setup for the Alaskan moose.
Yeah,
Shiras, no big deal, but them big Alaskans and they're. My thing is, I want it easy.
Yeah,
my old style you might have to adjust a bit.
Mm-hmm.
These. You just slide them straight on. I mean, you just have to go look at it, but they're super cool. I got 2 bolts on the top to level it out. Yep. I mean, it's as simple gets.
No kidding.
And it's stout.
That's awesome.
Well, it's a 1-inch tube going dang near 6 inches in there. I think it's 5 3/4 long, 1-inch tube going into their head.
Holy smoke. That thing ain't going nowhere.
No, and then I've got to
emphasize enough how stout what he makes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so
all of his hangers.
Everything he builds. That's the thing. And that's why, I've gone to you for I don't know how many things over the years, and everything you can depend on.
Yeah.
And there's not another hanger out there that will hold what these hold.
Yep.
And that will outlast, and they look great.
They do look great. I literally don't buy another hanger now. Before I even knew you, Jim, and I knew Dennis and Joe at that point. Yeah. I started using those hangers, and I got rid of every other one in my house. That's all.
That's what's cool now too, because like I've got pretty much. I don't have an Alaskan moose, but I got the hanger sitting you can look at. But you can come into the shop and see. I've got stuff on every one, and because they're simple. And most of you don't have to adjust. These elk ones, sometimes, man, people don't realize you can actually bend that to adjust them.
Yeah.
To get them tails off the wall a little bit. Now I'm making the double X. It's at 2. Yep. So, I you don't have to put them together. Most of the deer you don't touch, especially the larges with the wash on. I mean, they just slide on, boom, done.
Yep.
Okay, and yeah, there's no parts. There's no moving parts.
Right. They're so
I'm trying to make it simple, and that's but I've worked a lot trying to make those easy and bulletproof. I mean, To look at them, they look pretty simple, but trust me, you got to see the first one I built.
Yeah. I'd love
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've got that. I've refined those suckers. I've got all of my regular hangers. I've got jigs built for them. I use the exact same shoes or everything slide. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I want everybody happy, and just make it as easy as you can.
I was just looking over Jim's head right there. That sign right there. That's cool. That's lit up on the inside and everything. That's Jim's work.
No kidding.
There. Yeah,
I didn't cut. That was my idea, but I got
it. We had it. Laser cut out.
CNC cut of course.
Out. But as far as like the backing and how the sign was going to go,
that's how it's done.
The lights in there and everything. Yeah. That was Jim's idea.
That's sweet.
You probably know. Cool. Do you know Ty Lane? Yeah, he works at. He runs the laser at YMC.
Okay,
so he's doing all our stuff. So all my stuff's in the computer now.
Yep.
And I will let the cat out. We have a new one. So, Wyoming, we're working on, you've seen it. You just had it in your hands the other day.
Smile.
Because Wyoming and Colorado are the two most boring states there are, right?
Right.
Well, if you use Steamboat, the Buck and Horse University logo, they want royalties and all this stuff.
Yep.
So it was a COVID year. I actually jumped through all their hoops. And that's what I had my dang bicep tendon moved to, so I couldn't really work. So I got that ball rolling and didn't actually promote those hangers. A few guys, but they want royalties, right?
Of course. Yep.
So I'm like, forget it. They had raised this, made it harder to do. So and you see people bootlegging them, but they're saying, hey, if you guys are trying to, copy these, we're going after you. I'm like, the heck with it. So I was at the sports show there 3-4 years ago and going through, and me and Ike Eastman were BSing, and I was telling him, well, those are cool. I go, yeah, except they want royalties. And so this is his idea. He's like, dude, put a bow in his hand instead of the hat, and this, or a rifle.
That's a great
You changing that. So anyways, yeah, I've actually got a different horse, got a bow, guy's got a ball cap on. It's nothing so we're going to have some pretty cool Wyoming stuff.
So this is going to be available when?
Well, I actually, the bow stuff, is available.
Okay, so cat's out of the bag.
Wyoming, the state.
It's got to be bow right now. I got to get working on the rifle one. I still got to do that because unfortunately, everybody I deal with usually hunts. So it's not. But anyways, I got to get all the time. We got to get a rifle one done too. Okay. But I just think it's cool to have, and that makes it different as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like I put most of my archery kill stuff at the house. I got the arrow that killed it hanging behind it, so it's an archery kill.
Those are so cool. I love that. Yeah.
But it's just cool if somebody just say, you don't have to explain what happened. Okay, that's a Wyoming bow kill.
Right.
There you go.
Wow.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. Do you have photos or anything of that art yet? Those?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, we'll work on getting some of those. I want to put some of that.
I actually haven't put a hanger on it yet because I want to basically with those. Because here's what happens: I've got to cut a whole sheet, get a whole sheet of stuff burnt. I don't like stocking a ton of stuff.
Makes sense.
And I don't want to, depending, say the size of the bull, or I don't want to just make. Those are going to be totally custom.
Right.
Okay. If it's a big bull, it's going to have 2 shoes out to get it off the wall, like the one out here.
Yep.
Or if it's it's going to be I'm not going to have, I don't really stock them in it, but I do. Some of the states I stock some.
Yep.
But
these are custom.
I can't stock all this stuff. Right. So it might take a bit.
Yeah.
But.
Well, we're going to have a photo of this. We'll have to put some of that into this video if someone's watching on YouTube, so that way you can see this and we can get some hands on.
We can do that, and so all the general stuff.
Yep.
Will come through us.
Yep.
They can go to our website, and we can put the link in the description for anybody listening or watching. But custom stuff, you do custom stuff as well.
I do.
So they'll want to get a hold of you directly.
They need to get it, and they can message me on Instagram and my number. And like I said, I love people calling me.
Yeah.
I hate messaging, and then there's no confusion on exactly what you want.
Yep.
You're easy to get a hold of.
I'm easy to get a hold of.
So
just leave the message.
Tell us, Al, where do listeners find you? What's the Instagram?
At Iron Mountain Skull Hangers.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Yep. And you prefer phone calls?
Yeah, message me, and then, or call me. But you can go on and look at all my products on, Facebook, man. But Instagram, You can get a real good idea of what I do.
So they can message you and you can give them your number on Instagram.
Perfect. My number's on there.
Oh, it's on.
It's on there. Okay. So if they just, go
to the Instagram, they can call you.
Yep.
See everything. Perfect.
Awesome.
I love it. That's so cool.
But
how long you been hunting? Did you start as a kid too on that? Yeah, I knew it.
Dude, that was a tool.
Yeah.
Right. You guys never come out of the truck. Seriously, it was, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. On a ranch, it's a tool.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's what fed the family.
Dude, I started, seriously, my grandfather, so we hunted everything. So my first shotgun was a bolt action Savage 20 gauge.
Look out.
No way.
Dude. Yeah.
You still have this thing?
She's just swing. Talk about balance.
Oh, man.
No, I think my brother might have. I don't know what happened to him. We had two.
Okay.
They had a clip. They wouldn't feed. You just single shot. I mean, dude, but I'm telling you what. Look, you can look them up. I forget what the model is. They're,
Kick like a mule?
The kick. And, then it went to 16, the old 16 gauges.
Okay.
And you want to talk about kick.
Yeah.
Especially shooting eye bases. I mean, just we got all the hand-me-down stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, we had a Model 55. I have that rifle. It's 25-35. And that was what everybody had to kill the first buck with in the family.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool tradition.
So
Those are neat.
And it's crazy because you couldn't find ammo. So there's a store in Montpelier way back in the day, Taylor's.
Uh-huh. And
I used to go up there hunting, and they actually had those in stock. Somebody down there shot one. So I've got like 5 boxes of Remington. I think they're 117 soft points. Pretty cool stuff. I still want to kill a cat with one just for the heck. Just for, my grandfather and stuff. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's pretty coll stuff.
So cool.
You've killed several cats, haven't you?
I've only killed that one that was stalking me.
Oh, okay.
I've been terrible luck.
That was stalking.
The what? Yeah. Whoa. Back up. We got to tell this story.
You know the story on that. I need to hear it. You've heard the story.
Well, I need to hear it. I know I have it.
All right. So, God, anyhow. We'd seen a buck across this drainage the night before. The first night I got there, we're just glassing real quick. It's a spot I hunt all the time. But anyways, only could see one side of this deer. So, and I'm by me and my buddy were glassing that, and I need to come up and help me set my tent and stuff up. But anyway, so I go hunt that the next day, and I'm off the backside's my favorite spot, but I waited till about the half hour of daylight to roll this rim around to glass down in where I'd seen that buck the night before. I figured you'd be out feeding again, So I'm easing along, and it's cold. I'm going real slow, and I've got my jacket on, pack all that, right? I'm carrying my rifle, obviously. But anyways, I catch movement because I'm just so concentrated on glassing down around this rim. I catch some movement in my peripheral, and I look, big cat. Dude, this thing's like 50 yards.
Holy smokes.
He was sneaking on me.
He's locked in on you.
He's locked in on me.
That's one of the scariest
So it jumps back and jumps into some chaparral, and it's just sitting in the old tail wagon. So I'm looking, it's like, boom, done, so I kill it. Pretty cool. It's a big old tom. I mean, it thing's a tank.
Really?
Yeah. And it's weird because it didn't, it was weird. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've always been I've seen cat, what I wanted to do. I've nenever been able to shoot a cat hunting with a rifle. Just bad luck, they get away, whatever. So I've always wanted to do it. And so, that was kind of cool. That
is so cool. That's such a crazy predator. I've seen cats literally run big bears off of kills. Like, that is
But, dude, I'm telling you,
apex predator.
If it would have hit a guy, it's weird because I don't know what the pack on, if it could got your neck. I mean, if one of those suckers hit you.
Oh, it's over. Yeah.
Hopefully it just get hold of your neck really good and you're done.
It's quick.
But you would be like getting hit by it. It'd be like getting in a car wreck probably. They'd hit you so hard. So. I mean, because, they're just all front. They put them hooks in you get a hold of you. Can you imagine? I mean, look at they do what they kill. A human?
Yeah, I wouldn't stand it.
But it was a trip, so I was good. I threw him on my pack. I was going to pack it out. I didn't realize how big it was. It's like, screw this, right? So I'm like, I'm leaving it.
Yeah.
So it was like, I don't know, probably 45 minutes out in the dark now.
Uh-huh.
And it didn't ever, cats have never freaked me out for whatever reason. I don't know. So I went back in the next day and actually, hunted in the morning and, then skinned it and stuff and brought it out the next day. But yeah, anyways, shoot, I don't know, 1920 maybe. I don't know. Not that long ago.
What's a big tom like that weigh? You got any idea? This is just a curiosity.
You know what? I don't know.
They're big.
They're big.
They're really big. I think people undermine how big.
Well, all my buddies down there are cat hunters.
Okay.
And, run hounds, they were like, holy, gotta so I'm buddies with RJ.
Uh-huh.
Hunter's Choice, and so RJ's
a lot of cats.
Well, I do all this, man. So that jumping cat, so you see him jumping off the rocks?
Yep.
So I'm cutting those legs and welding them and straightening them all out. I build all his stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I've got that sucker jumping off a rock over some bucks in my shop.
It's so cool.
It thing's friggin' cool, man.
That is sweet. I gotta say.
That's what's cool. We tried it because I'd never do that, right? It's like, and then my wolf too. He did my wolf, he wanted the sports show and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I killed that sucker buck hunting, I wasn't hunting it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So
that is cool.
Yeah.
There's something special about predator hunting. There really is. Yeah. It's so cool.
Well, I've done it a couple times as far as cat hunting.
Yeah.
And the one time, I think this was first or second time that I went with a buddy of mine. He had dogs, and in that country, he would only turn loose one dog on a track because of wolves.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. And so we tracked this sucker and just let the dog go, and we made our way around, and it sounded like that we were getting close, and then we got up there, the dog's still barking and everything, but the dog just kind of run around in circles. The cat gave him a slip. So we walked up under this big tree, and there's a doe that's dead. I mean, still warm. And you talked about, how they jump on your back and just kill you instantly like that. There were 2 marks on either side of that doe's spine.
Those big old meat hooks, man.
No kidding.
Yep. And that was the only marks on this doe. Doe was deader than a doornail.
Holy smokes.
And my buddy said, you know what? He said, if we would have been another 30 minutes behind, that cat would have gone straight up that tree because it would have sat
Right.
there, it got its belly full a little bit, gone straight up that tree, and we'd have had it. But instead, it had just killed it.
Yeah.
And ran it off of it, and it gave the dog the slip, and
wow,
that was it. That was one of the cooler things I'd ever seen.
I bet.
No other marks, but 2 holes on either side.
That's wild.
It's something though, because I got a buddy in Wyoming. He'd rather do that than anything.
Oh, really?
Kill cats. And when the first time you turn out and those hounds light up, you understand it.
Yeah.
It is so cool to watch them things hunt. And I totally got it after that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's pretty cool.
I grew up hog hunting and coon hunting.
Okay.
With dogs. And even we did some deer hunting back in Florida.
Yeah.
Back when
that was the thing.
The size of dogs.
We did some block hunting with dogs. We'd cut a track and let those dogs go, and it was a lot of fun. So
wow,
listening to dogs.
Yeah,
that's some cool stuff.
It is cool. Well, Jim, we close every show. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say one other interesting project I'm doing for this guy is you seen my swivel hangers?
Yes.
State swivels,
yes,
where I'm doing doubles and this and that.
Yep.
He's doing the map of every state. We're putting them because all those things go together.
Oh, no.
And doing swivels off of them. Yeah.
That will be
so that's really another cool project I will get. I think I might have one picture, but anyways, yeah. But he actually stopped. He actually stopped by the shop on his way back. He was hunting in salmon the other day.
Okay.
Christian Harkness, band slayer. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's from Standish, Northern California there, but he's a super cool kid, firefighter, and that's what I'm doing for him.
That is cool.
Yeah. And
people need to follow the Instagram page.
Pretty cool project.
Up to date with it.
So, I mean, anything. I love doing the one-offers.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't get custom work.
Right.
I love doing that.
Yeah.
And so if anybody's got an idea.
Okay. Well, we'll send it to you. We end every show with some rapid fire. While Dennis pulls that up, I'm going to pay the bills here and read a review. This one's from Aaron Hicks. Says, just listen to your mental toughness podcast. Love this. It's been so hard to put into words what emotions and thoughts you go through when hunting, especially solo with family and friends that don't hunt. I hunt solo most of the time and hunt 5 days at a time in the backcountry of the Appalachian Mountains. This describes every time that I've been out. Every time that I have gone a little farther or done a little more, I have great success. The pain and suffering are well worth the reward, especially when talking to God during the adventures. Recently switched to the IA line and on the 8K and 3K. Great products and great company. Keep up the good work. Awesome. Aaron, thanks for that one.
Yeah, sure. That's cool.
All right, Jim, here's what we do. We do rapid fire, and it's going to be this or that, and no explanations.
You guys didn't warn me about this.
This is the best part of the show.
Oh my gosh! I guess I should be watching podcasts.
We'll go. I mean, and these are custom for you.
Okay. You made these up, did you?
Oh, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. These are custom for each.
So he thinks he's got the answers to all that.
Yes.
Rapid fire. Elk or deer?
God, I like deer.
Tig or stick?
Tig.
Tequila or whiskey?
Oh my God, whiskey. Whiskey all day long.
Metal or hairband?
Metal.
Bow or rifle?
Toss up. Rifle. Fine.
And because of your age, e-bike or mountain bike?
Mountain bike.
Oh, okay. Oh, love it.
Those are good ones.
Love it.
Freaking guy.
This was great.
Oh, dude, that's a
well,
good
Jim,
one.
thank you so much for coming on, man. This was great.
Yeah.
So we'll send listeners to your Instagram page, and they can reach out to you for any custom work. And remember, anything else, we've got it on the website and our shop. So
check it out.
We'll make sure we get them hooked up with the best skull hanger out there, in my opinion.
And like I said, they go through these guys, through initial ascent as well. And, Dennis is having, this guy's going to call you. And, so.
Yep.
Because they do a great job of, advertising, take care of everything for me. So like I said, I'm the hermit. I just want to build. And
well, you do a good job of it. So
I pick my platforms and let these, these big social, influencers. And and they sell themselves. I don't push them. I give you like them. They promote them. If they don't, they don't.
Hey, that's the good thing about great product. Oh,
it's just like their packs. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
I didn't think I needed another one or a different one.
Until you try it.
I got 3. So, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's the thing.
Absolutely.
Nobody uses their stuff. They ain't paying people. You know what I mean? That's, hey, man.
For sure.
Sells itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, thanks, Jim.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you guys. Heck yeah.
Until next time, keep your eyes on the summit. This is the Mountain Dude Podcast, signing off.